Hello and welcome to SHS Today. I'm host Ray Portillo.
And I'm Grace Lumley. This episode will feature segments about Oscar nominations, senior class president Lily Fisher, automotive class, and many more about what's going on at Salem High School.
Salem High School offers so many opportunities to students after classes such as SkillsUSA. This week, our news team interviewed some of the students and advisors involved to find out more about this after-school program.
My name is Josh Brunk, and I'm the Executive Director for SkillsUSA New Hampshire. SkillsUSA is a national career and technical student organization for students enrolled in career and technical education, such as culinary arts, TV, video, automotive, electrical, and all the CTE programs here at Salem High.
For the community, you can do a lot of fundraisers and stuff like that. I know we did a lot of stuff with like t-shirts and towels and stuff like that.
So anyone can join. I mean, ideally it's suited for the CTE students. Anyone in a CTE program can join the organization. It's mandatory if you're going to be a competitor that you join the organization. So right now what I'm doing is going around the school as the advisor for SkillsUSA, and I'm recruiting people to join, and I'm recruiting those people to then compete in their trades. So yes, I spent a considerable amount of time with all of the different CTE teachers trying to figure out students that they might have that could be ready to compete at the state level against all the other CTE centers in the state of New Hampshire.
It's pretty fun, especially if you do get to go to nationals, which I went to. There's a lot of stuff with the community you do, as well as just traveling.
SkillsUSA is connecting students with the industries that they're working in. We take our business partners and connect them with the students so that they get hands-on experience in real-life job demonstrations.
It's great experience to compete. So for example, someone like you might compete in TV production. If you were to win a gold medal, a lot of times that comes with scholarship money. For example, last year, David Jacobs is an example I'll use. He won gold medal for the state of New Hampshire in diesel. Right off the bat, he received a scholarship from a community college. He received thousands of dollars to pay for his travel down to Kentucky and compete. He placed 4th in the nation. Had he placed with a medal, he was just a mere few points away. The national gold, silver, and bronze medalists win all kinds of national scholarship money. And a lot of times the students in their trades win like tool chests, tool kits. I know people that compete in motorcycle repair win a Harley-Davidson motorcycle. So there's all kinds of prizes involved, like involving money and scholarships and tools of your trade. It's invaluable on your resume for college. If you're applying to schools and you are a state or national medalist, it's almost a guaranteed acceptance to whichever school you're applying to, especially if it's in your trade area.
You can join SkillsUSA by seeing Mr. Hazel, who's the TV media instructor here at Salem High School. He has all the information, or you can contact one of your teachers.
Along with SkillsUSA, Salem High School also offers robotics after school hours. We interviewed Mr. Seaman and some of the team members to find out what activities they do.
So my name is Mr. Seaman. Most of the students call me Mr. S. I'm the engineering teacher here at Salem High School, and I'm also the academic advisor and team coordinator for the FIRST robotics team here. So FIRST is the Foundation for Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology. It's kind of the parent organization and company that coordinates the FIRST robotics competition, which is what we participate in. In addition to the high school level competition, which is what we're doing, they have a number of other programs for students going all the way down to kindergarten and preschool. So we do a lot of different things. So we coordinate into a couple of different sub-teams, which will typically include mechanical, electrical, software, and then also strategic planning. But even within those, there's a lot of other things that we're working on.
My name is Joey DeReese. I'm a junior at Salem High School on the robotics team. I do a lot of CAD and other miscellaneous mechanical things, so like the assembly of the robot. I do a little bit of electrical things too. Sometimes even a tiny bit of programming, but that's rare. I'm also the driver for the last 3 years, so since I started the team.
I'm Millie. I'm the mechanical team lead of robotics. Right now, today, I'm working on talking more with the other team leaders of public relations to figure stuff out about, future stuff.
So in terms of upcoming events, we're currently in the middle of our major build season. So that's the 6-week period where after we get the game, we have our time to build the robot. So we're about halfway through right now. We've got about 3 weeks left of build season. So we're coming up fairly quick and short on time. So we're trying to pull everything together. We are both hosting and participating in a number of events this during the season. Competition season kicks in towards the end of February, and it'll typically run to mid-April, depending on how well we perform.
The Salem Robotics team is hosting Granite State this year, which is kickoff for the robotics team and robotics competitions. So that's pretty big. We're going to have a, robotics field, and we're going to be competing with other teams. So
This year's game requires lifting game pieces to certain heights and placing them on certain objectives, as well as lifting your robot onto a platform.
So if anyone's interested in robotics, they can join by contacting me directly. So just shoot me an email quick. My email is on the staff directory. Additionally, they can come down to room C556. That's just the CAD lab. That's where I do most of my lessons and stuff like that. Or they can feel free to just start coming to meetings. We're, like I said, about halfway through our current build season. But we're always accepting new members if they want to come in and join. We're meeting right now Mondays and Thursdays from right after school until about 7 p.m. and then Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. After the craziness of build season, we're going to start meeting less frequently, but we're going to go back to having one meeting a week or so in addition to our scheduled tournaments. If anyone's interested, they're more than welcome to come down and join the team.
Salem High School offers many clubs and programs after school, as well as many interesting classes during school. This week, our CTE Spotlight News team covers the automotive classes as the new semester begins.
Case of the Marsh, back at it again with the CTE Spotlight. And this week, it is Automotive.
I'm a graduate of Salem High School 2003, and I did take the auto program. And then from there, I went to community college for automotive and business, actually, and then worked at an independent shop for a little over 10 years. And then I took this job because I was interning a student, and it had the position had opened up. So that's kind of my background.
So I graduated from Salem High School in 2000. I went to work for a motorcycle shop for about 10 years, and I have 5 years of automotive experience in a dealership setting. So 15 years total, probably?
Well, you know, we run the intro class, which helps with students, you know, realizing it's here and seeing what it's all about. I would like to see it get to a point where, you know, every student is connected with like a dealership or a shop in town or in the community for them to be doing this outside of school, you know. So building more relationships, you know, kind of giving those students that path that they need to know what to do next. I feel like sometimes they get a little lost, especially in their senior year of like, what do I do? Do I really want to do this? You know, that sort of thing. So kind of reassuring them that they've grown a lot in the program and that showing them what comes next. So it's not this like, you graduate and you're lost, you know. We try to set them up with like a really good plan. And so I would love for every student to have that plan, you know, when they graduate this program, and I think we'll get there. You know, I think that's something that we're constantly working on.
Just learn basically everything about the car, you know, the insides and out.
Entry-level skill in automotive in relation to like the repairs, and then giving them a basic understanding of like the different systems of the car. Also where they can go to pursue, you know, like college for it or jobs, try to set them up with interns, things like that. So trying to get them not only doing it here, but doing it, you know, in school and out of school, you know.
Well, we don't have an auto class at Wyndham, so this was the only school that had it. And I just wanted to get into the automotive industry, so I thought this would be the best way to do it.
Of course, the student's favorite part of the class is having the shop time. And so we try to run it like a real active like dealership or repair shop where they're, you know, doing customer service, they're ordering parts and having to call and get those parts delivered. And then they're out in the shop being technicians, so wearing their uniform, that sort of thing. So we try to kind of mirror like those employability skills on that side of it. As far as like projects, it's always fun every year. A student will get like, we try to maintain like one long-term vehicle in the shop at a time. So students will get, you know, their own car and need something that's probably beyond, you know, what we would normally do, but it's kind of fun to work with them on their own car to fix something that, you know, is a little bit more involved, you know, so that's always kind of fun.
So I am constantly hoping this program grows. I am trying to get more non-traditional enrollment. I think a lot of females are afraid to take this class, thinking it's a boy class, but some of the best students we've had come through the class have been female students. This year our top student is a female student in terms of grading and things like that.
Well, hopefully sometime this year or after this year I can get my inspection license, which you need to give cars inspections. And yeah, I don't know, maybe get some more certifications because you get a lot through the class.
I think this kind of class was to get me started to go into a career in auto, like working at an entry-level job. So I knew that this is going to be the best way to do it.
We are teaching basic maintenance to the students. The idea is to get them ready for entry-level employment. So we teach everything from tool usage to on-car repair to careers, entrepreneurship type stuff, business stuff, just to form a well-rounded student.
We have shirts that we wear, so they just give us auto shirts and we wear those whenever we work in the shop, jeans and boots, and that's pretty much it.
It's more the soft skills. I mean, you could teach anybody how to change oil, brake pads, things like that. It's the showing up on time and not playing with the phone and doing the things that you're supposed to be doing as a good employee. I think are the things that are hard to teach and will help the students more in the long run than this is a brake pad and this is how you change it.
In my career, yeah, I will use all this information because I'm going in as a technician.
Oh boy, we do everything in this class. So anything that comes in the door, we will do. So in terms of projects, we will work on snowblowers and lawnmowers and snowmobiles and cars and pretty much anything has a student has an interest in. The expectation is that students don't necessarily go to school for auto, but they do something related to this field, whether it be power equipment or snowmobiles or motorcycles or something like that. So we open the shop up to anything that comes through, just as long as they're working on something in the auto world, we're happy.
Most likely going into college. This is a perfect way to do it, no other way.
To learn more about the Automotive program, visit the CTE section on the Salem High School website at sau57.org/SHS.
And now, for Music in a Minute with our own Nick Donovan. Let's hear what he has to say about J. Cole's new song, Middle Child.
Music in a minute.
Waluigi!
Music in a minute, music in a minute, music in a minute, baby. Anyways, J. Cole's new track is called Middle Child, and like he's actually the middle child in his own family. It's kind of cool. Anyways, and like in rap, all right. It's really good, but before I get into the nitty-gritty, I'll talk about what I really didn't like. His chorus was a little bit like generic and everything, and what else?
But the hook was alright and made up for J. Cole is trying to find a new sound in rap.
But the hook, it made up for it, and J. Cole. He's finding like a new sound in his like discography, and he's rapping over more trap beats than like anything, my guy. It's really good. I love J. Cole. He's my dad. He's the middle child of rap, you know, because like he is, and he explains it in his song. He can be up there with the greats, or he could be like a trap rapper. Like either way, he's pretty good. He's the middle child, you know? In conclusion, Middle Child is really good. And I'll definitely review J. Cole's new album when it comes out because he's my dad. My dad! Dad! He's my dad! I really just am on for a minute. Like, that's what happens.
Hey guys, you want to do an interview? Hey, Andrea. Have you listened to Middle Child by J. Cole?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't even...
This week, our news team interviewed Lily Fisher for our Student Spotlight to find out more about Salem High School Senior Class President.
I'm in math team, I'm class president, student body treasurer, I am co-captain for the color guard, and I tutor every day after school. I'm taking AP Calc, Lit, Biology, and Stats, and my favorite is AP Biology. Not gonna lie, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of planning and making sure things get done behind the scenes. There's a lot that the class doesn't realize that we do as a council. Putting on fundraisers, making sure you have a good prom, designing t-shirts, you know, all the things that go on unsupported. And it's really a lot of on-the-clock time. Color guard is a hidden gem, I like to say. It's dancing alongside equipment and using your body and performance skills to show a crowd of people a story and emotion and get across a story that otherwise wouldn't be told. I do work. I work at Starbucks. I'm a barista for almost a year now. When I have free time, I hang out with Jenna. I like to hang out with Jenna. Preferably, I want to get a long-term goal of a PhD in neuroscience, and I'll go to college, hopefully get a company to pay for that. And if I don't end up getting there, I'd like to work for NASA.
Now that we've featured an important voice in the student community, it's time to look at one of the teachers. For our Teacher Spotlight this week, here's Mr. Cox.
My name is Sean Cox. I'm a certified athletic trainer. I'm also a health educator and additionally have a science credential as well. Was hired in August of 1982, so I've been here for a couple of years. There was a critical shortage of teachers, of science teachers specifically, and I didn't hold a credential in science originally, but they hired me as a condition of gaining my science credential. So my first 16, 17 years I taught science for the most part and a little bit of health, then the health for 3 or 4 years, and now I'm kind of mixed bag. So I teach a health class, I teach an athletic training class, and I teach a CPR first aid class currently. And then when I went to high school, the same high school, I had a chance to work with the same adult athletic trainer, and that's where I really fell in love with it. On most days, we might see 30 or 35 kids who come in for assessment and injury care, rehabilitation, of course the occasional Band-Aid and stretch, those kinds of things. Education makes the world go round, you know, coming from an educator, and I think the more we can share the knowledge and we can get teenagers to understand the gravity of the effects of drug and alcohol, not just in the short term, which is a teenager kind of mindset, but in the long term as well, then they'll have healthier, more productive lives and be, you know, better citizens and happier as well. As a whole, I show my Salem pride in trying to be there for athletes in lots of different venues, not just the athletic venue, but I try and get to a performing art piece, I try and get to a club piece, I try and provide services to kids in all kinds of venues that are going on here in the district. So I try and spread myself around and be a positive person and make sure that our teenagers and all of our students know that they're in a great place and they're going to get a great education, and I want to be a part of that.
Wow, what a great guy. If you need some good advice, Mr. Cox is the right guy to go to. Now, let's continue with a review of the Oscar nominations with Grace Lumley.
Hi, I'm Grace Lumley with Movies in a Minute, And yay, because it's finally award season! Because Oscar nominations were posted last week, I will be reviewing the nominees along with predicting the winner for 5 categories. So the first category is Best Original Screenplay, and the nominees are First Reformed, The Favorite, Green Book, Vice, and Roma. And the winner is Green Book. And the winner is Green Book because its use of dialogue is perfect and exact to the time period it's representing. And the next category is Best Actor. And the nominees for this category are Christian Bale, William Dafoe, Viggo Mortensen, Rami Malek, and Bradley Cooper. And the winner is Rami Malek. Rami Malek won due to his dedication to playing Freddie Mercury through speaking with an accent and singing. And the third category is Best Actress. The nominees for this category are Olivia Colman, Glenn Close, Melissa McCarthy, Yalitza Aparicio, and Lady Gaga. And the winner for this category is Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga won this category because even though it's her first time acting on the big screen, she did a flawless and amazing job, which made it seem like she'd been acting on the big screen many times before. And the next category is Best Director. The nominees for this category are Adam McKay, Spike Lee, Yorgos Lanthimos, Alfonso Cuarón, and Powell Pawlowski. And the winner is Alfonso Cuarón. Alfonso Cuarón won Best Director because his hard work and dedication towards making a story which is inspired by his early days of living in Mexico City. The next category is Best Picture, and the nominees for this category are Black Klansman, The Favorite, Black Panther, Green Book, Bohemian Rhapsody, Vice, A Star is Born, and Roma. And the winner of Best Picture is A Star is Born because of its casting, cinematography, soundtrack, and its use of foreshadowing in the film is so perfect, which makes this film the best picture. This has been Grace Lumley with Movies in a Minute, and make sure to check out the 91st Annual Academy Awards February 24th on ABC. And from the screen to the stage. For the Arts and Entertainment segment this week, we interviewed the unsung heroes of the theater world, the tech crew. Hi, I'm Grace Lumley here at the Seifert Performing Arts Center, where this week we are interviewing some of the techies and the technical director involved with Bye Bye Birdie. Here's what they had to say.
Oh, it's a great experience. I love working with the students on the show. They come in, they build the sets, they're on the run crew, they run the light board, and for the show, someone's running projection. We have 7 different projection screens altogether, and so the students are very involved in the show.
Tech has been meeting for a few months now. We meet usually every day or around like 3 to 4 days a week.
Right now we're working on the McAfee house. We're painting the whole thing. It's this giant wooden structure. It looks great.
I think the show will go really good. We got a lot of good talent this year. Like, it's really different since the seniors from last year left. We got different kinds of people joining and a lot of diversity in this show particularly.
My favorite part of the pre-show tech is probably the hands-on stuff. Getting some different hardware, getting things working, figuring out how to program different cues and things like that.
Learning about like the process that goes on before we actually get the finished product, because usually when you're just in the audience, you don't know what really goes on behind the scenes, and it's nice to not just see that, but be a part of it.
I love seeing all the different parts of theater because nothing looks finished right now, but at the end I know everything's going to come together and it's going to create an amazing show.
I think that, like usual, it's going to be a bit stressful for all of us backstage, but in the end it's going to be something really great.
You should come see Bye Bye Birdie because it is a theater show that has been done by so many people because it's such an inspirational and relatable story, and I think you'll all get a lot of enjoyment out of it. So come check it out and tell us if you like it.
Wow, what an amazing production.
Make sure you to get your tickets for February 15th through the 17th.
And get them at ssd.booktix.com.
The tech crew never fails to do an amazing job for the plays at Salem High School, and we wish them good luck for their performances of Bye Bye Birdie this month.
And for our final clip of the week, we have Amber and Neil taking us into the halls of Salem High School while playing Guess Who?
What's up, Salem High? So as you know, Enter the Halls is usually a segment where we ask people questions that they should know the answer to. But today we're switching it up a little bit. We are showing people pictures of famous people, whether they're in government or they're just celebrities, to see if they know who they are. Stick around. Who is this?
Jake Paul?
This cutie.
Definitely not a cutie. A 70-year-old smoker that did not stop. No one special.
Who's this?
Dude, oh. Gonna be honest here. Not really up to date on my politicians, but I'm gonna say a Republican representative. Oh, hate that guy. You love him. Jake Paul. Couldn't tell you, honestly. Could not tell you. It's the guy who's like, the Foo Fighters. That guy. He's hot. Crap. High School Musical, ladies love him. That's all I got for you. Five. So, I don't know. J Beebs. It's the Beebs. Gotta love him. Who is that? I have no clue. I don't know.
Justin Bieber. Sununu.
And that's all we have for this episode of SHS Today.
Check back in next week to find out more about what's going on at Salem High School.
I'm Grace Lumley.
And I'm Jose Portillo. Stay classy, SHS.